That's the real secret. It starts the day you decide to stop tolerating the woman you want to be, the life you envision for yourself. Is always built. But that's why most glow ups don't last past February. Step 4 is sadly the step I've noticed most. Hello! Welcome back to Self Above Else, a podcast for the woman who dares to grow. I'm Zahra, your host, and this is where we get real about personal growth, self acceptance, and navigating life's chaos. Over here, there's no filtering, no pretending, just real, honest conversations that help you finally put yourself first. Most people treat winter like it's downtime, and that's a huge mistake. We try to force our way through the colder seasons like we're supposed to be thriving, launching, planning, glowing. But the truth, most of us are secretly trying not to fall apart. And that's exactly why now is the time to reset and glow up. Because the best version of you next year, she's being built right now. Not in January, not when the sun comes back, but now. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through a winter glow up that's not about being seen or validated by others. It's a real glow up, the one that starts from inside and literally lights up your life. So grab your coffee, your blanket, and your journal, or maybe your notes app, because by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to finally glow up. For real this time. Okay, I'm going to start with something you probably don't expect in a glow up guide. You don't need to add anything yet. You actually need to stop doing some things first. You see, you're not drained or feeling low because you're doing too much. You're exhausted because you're doing too much of what gives you nothing back. If you want to glow up, you have to make space for it. That means identifying what's been slowly and subtly taking your energy, your focus, and your peace. So here's what I want you to do. Pause and audit your energy takers. Not your time, but your energy takers. So in your journal or your notes app, write out what's been consuming me, then do a brain dump. Because in reality, you can manage your calendar perfectly and still feel depleted if the things you're doing and heavily focusing on don't nourish you. Let me give you a few examples of typical energy takers. That group chat you stay in, even though every message adds to your stress or makes you feel low-key judged. The DMs you keep answering out of guilt instead of genuine connection. The way you say yes to favors you don't have capacity for. Or the routines you hate but feel obligated to keep doing because someone on TikTok made them look productive, even though they actually don't help with anything. Even something as small as your phone lighting up with 17 random notifications when you're trying to be still for 5 minutes. All of these are relatively small, but they're still energy takers and they all add up over time. You'd be surprised how much of your energy those tiny things consume every single day. When I finally looked at my own list, I realized half of my exhaustion wasn't from big life events or moments. It was from small, constant interruptions. Here's what I did, and here's what you're going to do as step 1 in your winter glow up. Cut what's draining you, which means pick 2 things to stop. That's it. One can be digital, one can be social. Just pick 2 things. For example, I started putting my phone on Do Not Disturb mode at 8 p.m. every day, regardless of what was happening or what was expected of me. I also started saying, I can't make it, but thank you for thinking of me. Or, no, nothing more, nothing less. Not, I'm so sorry, I wish I could, things have been hectic, or I'm just so busy. Just one sentence, done. And removing those 2 things without realizing it kickstarted my own glow up. So if nothing else from this episode sticks with you, let it be this. You cannot glow up if all your energy is being drained. For you, you may need to unsubscribe from emails you never read, unfollow accounts on social media that don't leave you feeling educated, happy, or seen, or leave that group chat that's been making you feel bad for months now, maybe even years. Or just turn off all notifications except calls from people you actually want to talk to. And don't worry, I know this step is easier said than done. So here's a quick framework that's helped me and will help you. Identify, pause, replace. So identify what's draining you, pause it for a week, replace it with something that restores you. Let me give you an example of what that looks like. So identify what's draining you. Maybe it's the way you check your phone the second you wake up, answering messages, checking emails, seeing everyone else's updates before you even checked in with yourself. Then pause it for 1 week. So put your phone on airplane mode at night and don't turn it off until you've actually started your day. And 3, replace it with something that restores you. That could be just sitting there, staring at the ceiling, or daydreaming for a little bit, even judging the way you made your breakfast and coffee. Is it really good? Could it use some work? Think of your own thoughts for once. That's it. Simple. You're not fixing your whole life in a week or trying to blow up in 24 hours. You're just proving to yourself that you can take your energy back. Let's be real here. Routines have gotten weird. Everywhere online, people are selling the one routine that's changed their life. And somehow it always involves waking up at 5 a.m., journaling for 45 minutes, meditating, dry brushing, cold plunging, and then sipping a $26 green juice all before a 12-hour workday. Like, what? If that works for you, amazing, right? But for most of us, that's not realistic. We need something simpler. A real winter routine should fit into the life you're actually living and set you up for the life you want to live, not the version of life you see online. So instead of trying to completely overhaul your entire life, ask yourself this: what's the bare minimum routine that helps me feel even 10% more like the ideal version of myself, even on my worst days? That's your foundation. I call this your emergency backup routine, which is all about a routine of support and building consistency. Essentially, it's a system that holds you when you're off your game. Here's what that could look like: splashing cold water on your face first thing in the morning to wake yourself up. Taking 30 seconds to deep breathe in the morning before you touch your phone. Keeping your phone on airplane mode for the first 20 minutes after you wake up or until your day officially starts. Or even spending an extra few minutes getting ready in the morning, even if no one is going to see you, just to reconnect with yourself. Maybe your emergency backup routine is lighting a candle while you work, doing a 3-minute stretch while your coffee brews, putting on actual clothes instead of staying in pajamas all day. It doesn't have to be aesthetic, it just has to work, and has to work for you. Because when you build a system that's realistic, it becomes consistent. And consistency beats intensity every single time. To help make this a reality, here's a quick formula I use when building systems in my own life. Anchor plus align plus adjust. So anchor, attach a new habit to something you already do. This is commonly known as habit stacking. Then align, make sure it actually matches your energy, not your fantasy energy. And lastly, adjust. So keep tweaking it until it fits rather than trying to force it. For example, if you're already making coffee every morning, stretch while your coffee is brewing. If you're always scrolling before bed, replace 5 minutes of that with a quick brain dump session in your notes app or your voice notes. We don't realize how much winter affects us. I mean, this is when seasonal depression is at its highest. By the way, if you want more on seasonal depression, I recommend tuning into episode 15, which gives you a detailed insight on what seasonal depression is, symptoms to watch out for, and practical tips to help get you through it. But as I was saying, winter literally affects your body physically. It messes with your circadian rhythm, your serotonin, your cortisol, all of which impact your nervous system. And this is the season to protect your nervous system, not to punish it. So build a routine that feels good and is good for you, not one that is all optics and for social validation. Now this step 3, is where most ladies go wrong during their glow up. They try to change everything all at once, but that's why most glow ups don't last past February. You don't need to do a full 180 on your life so quickly. You just need to stop tolerating the one thing that's been weighing you down. And that's step 3, quietly upgrade one area of your life. So I want you to ask yourself this: what's the one area of my life I keep trying to ignore, but deep down, I know I can't keep carrying on the way I have been? It might be your finances, your health, a toxic relationship, a cluttered space, the constant comparison, or even the way you talk to yourself. Whatever popped into your head just now, that's the thing. And listen, don't overthink it. Don't make a 10-step plan. Don't try to fix the whole thing. This just leads to burnout, relapse, and makes it all worse. It always does. Instead, I want you to pick one area of your life and quietly commit to upgrading it this winter. And I really mean quietly. No announcements. Don't tell anyone. Keep it to yourself. Do this for yourself. Here's how you pick. Ask yourself, what part of my life am I most sick of tolerating? Which is essentially what came to your mind when I said, what's the one area of your life you keep trying to ignore, but you can't? Make sure your answer is honest. Not the thing that sounds good, but the thing that feels heavy. That's the thing that's real and honest, no matter how embarrassing. Then break it down. So in week 1, identify the area. Week 2, do one small action towards improving that area. Week 3, repeat that action. Week 4, reflect on how you feel. What were the literal results? Any adjustments you'll be making moving forward? That's how momentum builds. That's how real glow ups become reality rather than failed fake attempts or wishful thinking that doesn't go beyond your Pinterest boards. So, for example, if it's your body, lift weights twice a week. Not to lose weight, but to literally get stronger so that your 60-year-old self will thank you. So the breakdown here would be week 1, identify what part of your body or fitness you want to improve. Maybe it's strength, endurance, mobility, or just moving more. Week 2, do one small action, like lifting weights twice a week, going for a 20-minute walk every day, or doing a short mobility routine. Focus on consistency rather than intensity. Week 3, repeat that action. Week 4, reflect. How did your body feel after 3 weeks of showing up? Are you noticing anything? Maybe more energy, better mood, improved posture. Then decide if you'll keep the same action, increase it slightly, or add another habit. This is how real glow ups look like. Private progress with public results later. You know, something I've learned through my own glow up is that your success doesn't start when people notice your growth or your glow up. It starts the day you decide to stop tolerating your own excuses. So for this season, instead of saying, I'm going to change everything on Monday, say, I'm doing this differently now. That must be your mindset. Because when you try to change everything, you end up changing nothing. But when you change one thing with intention, you shift everything over time. You don't need a total transformation. You just need to stop tolerating the thing you're pretending doesn't matter, even though it does. Step 4 is sadly the step I've noticed most women seem to skip, and that's protecting what you've been building. Because what's the point of your glow up if your environment keeps pulling you back into chaos? Winter is literally the sensory overload season. We're indoors more, we're scrolling more, there's less sunlight, there's travel stress, holiday pressure, social expectations, and family dynamics that drain us faster than we realize. And then we wonder why we're more anxious, more stressed, more sad, tired, and numb. It can be overwhelming. It is overwhelming. You might not even realize how overstimulated you are until you finally unplug and your whole system goes, oh, finally, we can breathe. So because of all of this winter to glow up, your main job is to protect your time and your energy like it's sacred. Because it is. Here's what that can look like. Turning off overhead lights and using a lamp or candles at night, creating a no scrolling before 10 a.m. rule, putting actual boundaries around your calendar. So no back-to-back meetings, no cramming your weekends with plans just to avoid FOMO, saying no to some holiday parties and events, letting yourself eat the pie. I mean, who cares if you gain 5 pounds? And most importantly, stop letting people who drain you, who use you, who don't appreciate you, have full access to you. If someone is always exhausting to talk to, start matching their energy. You know, ask yourself weekly, where is my energy going? So this winter, protect your peace like it's your job. Conserve that energy for your glow up. Listen to me. You don't need another anti-aging or plumping serum. You don't need to change your entire life. You don't need to push through just to collapse by the time spring comes. You need systems that hold you, boundaries that protect you, and enough self-respect to quietly upgrade your life without making it a spectacle. Because the kind of glow up we're talking about here, no one sees it while it's happening. It's invisible work. You yourself may not see it, but it's happening. And come March, you'll one day be getting ready and it'll hit you. Wait, I really did that. I really became the woman I was dreaming of being last year. And that's the thing about real glow ups. They're not loud, they're not in your face, or posted all over social media. They're intentional, they're challenging, they're built in silence and revealed in time. So while everyone else is hibernating, waiting for January to start fresh, you'll already be miles ahead because you use this season to build your foundation. And that's the real secret. The woman you want to be, the life you envision for yourself, is always built in the seasons where no one is watching. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in, but more importantly, thank you for existing. Let me know your thoughts and experiences on this episode's topic in the comment section, as well as your personal growth progress. I read all of your comments and reply to as many as I can, so don't be shy. If you're enjoying this topic, be sure to join me over on our exclusive email newsletter, The Say Lounge. It's where I share members-only perspectives, stories, and goodies you won't get anywhere else. And the best part, it's completely free, and I never bombard your inbox with those annoying, spammy, salesy stuff.
It's just you, me, and our community of women daring to grow. Click the link in the description box below to enter the Say Lounge and sit at our table. As always, thank you for existing. Until next time, self above else.